Hey, good morning. And that's what we'll be diving into. For instance, we're going to add some other adverbs as well, all of which we're going to be using to practice time. So today I'm going to use two lessons together. One is going to tackle for and since. We're going to look at the uses and do some practice. And then we'll go into already, just, still, and yet, and practice there as well. Right? Now this beginning group, it's just a few of us. So let me just get rid of this box here and activate a video panel over here. And if you haven't done so yet, full name and group in the chat. All right, let's begin. So for and since, as the video mentioned, we always talk about time expressions to set the context, right? So when we are, telling stories from the past, we like to say, 2 days ago, I went to the movies. 2 days ago is the time expression. Now, ago specifically is telling me something finished in the past. But since we've been doing other expressions like passive voice with present perfect, conditional sentences, etc., we need to know more time expressions. Right? So since we started this class, only 3 people have put their names in the chat. Since. That's giving me a starting point, but the class is still going on. So we know for events like that, where we have a starting point in the past that continues to the present, we use the present perfect. So if it feels like we're continuing from present perfect, yes, we are. We're doing this one, and they both fall under the present perfect bracket. When we talk about the period of time in general, we can use for, right? So let me switch over to give you guys some chances to read and for us to look at some examples. Dana, I believe you were the first one in today. So let's start with for, Dana.
For indicates during or a period of time. It cannot be used with all in the sense of all day or all the time, but it can be used with all of the various verb tenses.
Good. So we can say for a minute, for a few hours, for 2 weeks, for 5 months, for 12 years, for a long time. Dana, help me with the examples.
We always run for at least 1 hour every day. And Heather will be practicing the piano for a couple of hours this afternoon. I played tennis for years before I injured my knee. They have lived in Paris for 10 years, and he was been studying English for a long time.
Has been studying English for a long time, and Jane had only been working at the factory for 3 months when it closed. Notice, we covered almost all of the tenses, more than half. And for, because it expresses a period of time, not a fixed start or a fixed finish, a period of time, it's very flexible. We can use it for different tenses, right? Jose Eduardo, when do we use since?
Since we used to indicate the beginning
Beginning.
of a beginning of a period of time that continues to the present as the period of time which began began at a specific time in the past continues into the present. We can only use since with the present tense.
Good. All right. Now, for is a whole period of time. So the specific past period or the specific Start period is not a range. For is a range. Since will tell me the specific start point of my present perfect situation. So since 8 a.m., we have been looking at adverbs since Monday, since March 2005, since this morning, since the beginning of the year, since you called. All right, different expressions of the start point. Jose Eduardo, help us with some more examples.
I have lived in Spain since April 2010. My brother has been sick since Friday, and they have been studying English since last year. And we have been waiting for you since 3 o'clock.
Right, all showing us when the past beginning event was, and we know the story continues from this point. All right, now if I'm not talking about a story, if I'm only talking about a finished item, then I use ago. Some time ago, 3 years ago. It's like yesterday, but way in the past. All right, so we have immediate past that we can use specific time expressions for the past simple. We use ago when the time period is far in the past. All right, so 3 years ago, 10 minutes ago, a long time ago. Look out for that because you don't want to mix up the finished event with an event that continues to your present. All right, so let's pop out 2 exercises and let's quickly practice. Let's start with Paula. Unscramble the sentence, Paula. Again, it sounds like your microphone isn't working. I see that your microphone is open, but no sound, Paula. Let me double check if my audio is okay. My audio is fine. Paula, you might need to jump off and jump back in and double check your microphone. All right. Saul, do you think you can unscramble the sentence? Number 1. Remember, we're focusing on words like since and for and for and ago.
Sería I have been um, learning since English 20 um, English.
All right. So let's pause here. I have been learning English. What?
Mm,
You have to put your English here because you have to tell us what you have been learning. And then at the end, the time. Since and a specific time, 2015 or 2015. All right, try again.
Okay. I have been learning English since 13,
2015.
2015.
Right. Let's go to you, Mario. Number 2. Specific event with ago, past simple.
Yes. We meet 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Ago.
All right, let's continue with Allison.
I have had short hair since last year.
Good. Have had. Nice. Isabel? Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Isabel?
Okay. Sería, they haven't been for a long
They haven't been
or long?
here for long,
Okay.
right? Why here first? We express the idea, then we put the time expression at the end. Right? Again, one more time.
They haven't been here for long.
Fernanda?
She has been since holiday on Monday.
All right. She has been what? On holiday is what she is doing. And we put the time expression at the end. Since Monday. Again.
She has been on holiday since Monday.
Right? And a little shorter with your S sound. Since Monday. Since. Repeat.
She has been on holiday since Monday.
There we go. Leslie, let's go to number 6. And for the ones who just joined, don't forget to put your names and group in the chat.
I got the job 5 months ago.
Correct. All right. Jonathan. Number 7, Jonathan.
Yes, perdón, es que en pantalla se puso en negro.
Okay, let me move all of the cameras away. Can you see everything now?
Oh, ya, ya. Digo, no, no.
Number 7. Still nothing?
Espera, es que se puse, estoy en el celular y cuando agrando la pantalla se pone en negro.
Okay.
¿Puedo volver a entrar?
Yes, go ahead. See if it fixes. All right, Paulina, let's try number 7.
We have been driving
Traveling or
six
driving?
driving. We have been driving for drive over 6 hours.
All right, so imagine you started, you've gone past. All right, so when you say for over, it means more than. Right? Josue, let's go to number 8.
Hi.
Let me move the cameras a little bit.
Yeah, please. Can we move only the rectangle just a little bit?
There we go. All the cameras are gone and the page a little bit further up.
Ah, thank you. My parents. My parents lived in Canada
Right?
many years ago.
Yes, they did, right? Simple past event. And now they do not. Lived the evening here. It's grand appearance. All right, let's do some more. Paula, let's try again.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. We have been working since 8 o'clock this morning.
One more time. Since.
Ah, we have been working since 8 o'clock this morning.
Good. All right. Jonathan, let's try number 2.
Yes.
Hold on, hold on. Jonathan, is your microphone
Ah,
on?
sí, ¿podría bajar la pantalla?
Of course. Go ahead.
They play football for 3 hours yesterday afternoon.
Perfect. All right, Dana, number 3. What happened to Dana? Is she talking with her microphone muted? Earth to Dana, Earth to Dana.
Yeah. 4?
Number 3,
4.
full sentence.
Neil has been sleeping for hours.
There you go. Saul,
I learned to drive 15 years ago.
right, good. Let's tighten up the pronunciation for this E ending. Learned to drive.
I learned to drive 15 years ago.
Right? Ago. Ago. One more time.
Ago.
All right, so that pronunciation is sharp. Mario, number 5.
The children have been studying science this morning.
One more time.
The children have been studying since this morning.
There we go. Good. Back to you, Allison. Number 6.
My parents went to New York City 2 years ago.
Good. Isabel, number 7.
I have been tired since last week.
Since. One more time.
I have been tired since last week.
All right. Your words are running into each other. Since last week. I have been
Since,
tired
yes.
since last week. One more time.
I have been tired since last week.
There we go. Fernanda.
She always talks on the phone for hours with her sister.
Good. Leslie.
We have been attending the annual conference every year since 2005.
Correct. And Paulina.
He has taught English at the academy for 8 years now.
Good. All right. So since starting point, for range of time. All right. Now, what about the other words? When we want to express ideas that are also related to time, but suggest finished or surprise or recent or not finished, we use other words like yet, still, just, and already. The goal of these words are to insert an adverb of time to give us more context to our sentence. All right, so we got some help from Dana and Saul in the beginning. Let's start now with Josue. When do we use already?
Yeah, already. Already refers to something that happened before or sooner that painted and I can read because are yeah, thank you. Expected and January is located between the auxiliary verb and the principal verb. Example, they have already finished their homework. Jacob has already left work. The train has already arrived.
Good. All right. Expressing ideas that are true and finished and helps us to see, oh, it happened. Oh, cool. Almost like a little surprise. The yeah of English. All right, Paula. Number 2, so to speak, just.
Just. Just is used for actions, events that occurred shortly before or not long ago, unlike already. Just is located either before the principal verb or between the auxiliary verb and the principal verb. Examples: I just ate, but I'm really hungry again. Where is Jacob? He's just left. Beth has just moved to New York.
Good. All right. Now these two sets of adverbs, already and just, tells us the event is finished. Both of them are recent. One is more of a surprise, he already finished. And one is more an expression. Yeah, he has just finished, he has just left. Jonathan, still.
We use still for actions or events that have not happened or have not ended, especially when we expect the actions or events to have happened sooner. Still is frequently used with other verb tenses, but regardless of the verb tense, this adverb is always found before the principal verb. Examples: I took 2 pills, but I still have a headache. It is Jacob still working at the hospital? They still haven't finished their homework.
So still is like the opposite of already. Already finished. Still not finished. Let's go to Jose Eduardo. Yet.
Yet is used for something we expect to have happened, but has still not happened. We tend to use this adverb in negative and interrogative sentence, in contrast to the other adverbs discussed, ¿sí?
Yeah, discussed.
Discussed here. Yet is generally found at the end of the sentence.
Example.
Examples: I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten yet. Jacob hasn't left his job at the hospital yet. Have they finished their homework yet?
Good. Right? Or has the train arrived yet? Now, if we look at those, we can tell there's a lot of uses for them in the present perfect in particular, right? So since and for is very commonly seen with the present perfect. And when we think of the other adverbs, that page is dead now. When we think of the other adverbs like already and yet, we basically use them the same way we do in Spanish. So try to make sure that the idea you're expressing is an idea that connects from the past, can show a clear event, and think about whether you're being positive or negative. The event has finished or the event hasn't finished. All right, now let's do some exercises. Let's start with you, Dana.
I still walk in the door.
All
Can I
right,
call you later?
all right. Now, in this event, I'm going to give you a clue. It's not very explicit, but when someone says walked in the door, it is expression of them arriving to a place. Walked in, walked through, tells me the person arrived. Now, if you think, walked in where? Home. So they're probably taking off their bag, going to the bathroom. It's a recent event. So for recent events, we use just or already. For very recent ones, we would go for just. All right, Dana? So I just walked in the door. Justo llegué. Te puedo marcar en 5 minutos. That's the type of expression we have here. Try again. I just walked in the door. Can I call you later?
I just walked in the door. Can I call you later?
All right, Saul, number 2. And for the people who still did not write their names in the chat, don't forget, before we end, full name and groups in the chat. Go ahead, Saul.
Yes, we are we are already rehearsing for the concert.
Right, the concert. In this sentence, it's still not explicit when the concert is, but we do have a clue. Rehearsing. It means the action is ongoing, not finished. And since the space in this sentence is in the middle, we know we cannot use yet. It's unfinished, but we'll put our adverb in the middle. So we either use still or yet for the unfinished activities. So the best option here is still. We are still rehearsing for the concert. Aún estamos ensayando. All right? I probably should quickly show you guys the Spanish expressions again so you can kind of have them in your mind. When we use already, that's the ya, just, talking about justo, or acabo de, or recientemente. Still, we're going for that todavía feeling, or the aún, but remember, we generally put yet at the end of a sentence, or we use still next to our verb. Right, so that's the big difference there. One more time. So, we are still.
Okay, we are still racing for the concert.
Rehearsing. One more time. Rehearsing.
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 There you go. Rehearsing. All right, Mario, number 3.
Thanks for the invitation, but I have uh, mm, already seen that film.
Perfect. Allison, number 4.
Have you gone to the store yet?
Good, because we know unfinished at the end, we would use yet. Good job. Isabel.
You just started a new job and you are already complaining?
Good. Imagine you have a new job and you don't like it. All right, Fernanda, number 6.
They hurried to the store, but it was um, just closed.
All right. Just is usually here at the beginning of the sentence. All right. It just closed. It'd be better to use already here. Right. And also with the was doesn't flow as good. All right. So this one would go with already. But the idea is correct. The finished event. Right. In this case, when they arrived, it was closed. So we don't know if it just happened or if it closed before they arrived. Okay? So repeat with me. They hurried to the store, but it was already closed. Repeat.
They hurried to the store, but it was already closed.
Now let's continue with you, Leslie.
Are you still dating him?
Jim.
Jim.
Jim. All right, Paulina.
Michael hasn't paid me all the money he owes me yet.
Josue, number 9.
Michael still hasn't paid me all the money he owes me.
Good. Paulina and Paula. Paula.
Michael said uh, oh, he already paid you the money.
Good, exactly. Finished. All right. Let's do some more. Jonathan.
Sí, podría bajar la pantalla.
Just give me a second. There we go.
Mm, ok. Déjame ver. You have seen this film yet?
All right. For questions, you start with the auxiliary verb. Have you seen? All right. Everything else was okay. One more time.
Have you seen this film yet?
Good. All right. Dana, back to you. Muted microphone again, Dana.
Estaba leyendo.
Yeah, that's your noun. That's your subject.
I bought just a new car.
It just would come before your main verb.
I just bought a new car.
All right. Saul, let's continue. You're also muted, by the way, so.
She. mm, mm,
Correct and incorrect. She still
she still doesn't pick up now. Do to
she
do
still.
what?
All right, you're jumbling it still. Ella aún no sabe qué hacer. She still doesn't know what
What to do?
to do. One more time.
Okay. She still doesn't know what to do.
There we go. Mario, number 4.
It will just take a minute.
We'll just take a minute. All right, question form, Allison.
Can you still help me on Saturday?
Yes. Maybe the situation's changed, so you want to double check, you want to confirm. Right, Isabel, number 6.
We have finished our project already.
Right, already usually comes between your auxiliary and your main verb. We have already finished our project. It's usually up here. Position is usually jump. When it comes to already, it's usually between your have and your verb. All right, one more time.
We have already finished our project.
Good. Fernanda, number 7.
I haven't made dinner yet.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes. And Leslie, great.
Mm, ¿La 8?
Yes.
Ah. Em, they still live in that old house.
The position of our other adverbs. Good job. They still live in that old house. Good job, guys. And that's what you'll be using to wrap up these other pieces of your unit. Make sure to do all of your activities and upload them. And then jump in and take a bite out of the forum. Remember, when it comes to the forum activities, your goal is to the deadline you're working with for this unit is Tuesday. All right. So try to get everything that you can get done today and tomorrow, so you don't risk anything. And the deadline is the 27th. Right. Jump on your portals, get busy, stay active. If you need help with anything, let me know. Stay safe until next time. All the best.